Valid July 26th through September 5th.
PM show nationwide, coast to coast on CRN Digital Talk Radio, the weekend edition with your host, Fred Dreyer.
Thank you so much, Michael Horn. Welcome back, folks. We're talking about the GOP and its failure to communicate with its base. And what I want to do here is I want to roll into these next couple of segments and try to keep continuity. And what we have here is the music done yet?
Done music. You're done.
Shoot the guitar player.
You don't like that guy?
Yeah, but I mean, enough already.
Okay.
Anyway.
He's there every week. He plays every time.
Yeah, I know. I've talked to him about this, and he keeps playing it.
All right, I'll talk to him.
So anyway, what happens is the failure of the GOP to recognize within itself that they lack the ability to communicate to their base. When you have a man who has said 3.5 years ago, we will systematically, fundamentally change America forever, and no one calls him out on it for 3.5 years, and you're not able to do what? You're not able to help the base. You're not able to help the independent people who voted for Barack, who were thinking, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe what happened here is that I got wrapped up. Okay, I got wrapped up in the fact he's a cute little guy. I like his ears, and his family's nice, and he's polite and speaks softly, and everything that Joe Biden said is true about him. Gee whiz, he articulates everything so beautifully, and he's wonderful. Okay, however. Those are the people now after 3.5 years ago, gee, there's something wrong here. Something is not right. I wonder what it is. I can't seem to articulate it. I can't seem to articulate what is wrong here. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I was in my backyard over the weekend with my beautiful cigar and thinking about stuff. It helps me think, Mike.
The cigar helps you think?
Yeah, my Christoph Maduro.
The Christoph Maduro.
Yeah, the medulla oblongata of cigars.
The medulla oblongata of cigars.
Exactly correct. And I was puffing away, and I was thinking about stuff. The sun was beating down, and I sat down, and I started thinking, just like, Amos and Andy. Just like Kingfish. Just like the Kingfish, Turned out smart Andy Brown. He just, how can I now get Andy Brown to think that I'm him and he is me? That means he would be married to Sapphire. Yeah, it's a good idea. So he's gonna figure this thing out,
So you were figuring out. You were sitting there with the cigar. So I was figuring
all this stuff out. And one of my favorite television shows was Twilight Zone.
Oh yeah, it really was. That was really
one of my favorite shows.
It is of all time?
One of my favorite shows of all time. One of his favorite segments was To Serve Man.
To Serve Man.
To Serve Man. That was the name of the episode. What happens is an alien ship comes down. A 7-foot guy comes out with a huge looks like a dictionary, and he presents it to the Earthlings and says to them, "We are here for a universal doctrine of peace and friendship. We are come from many, many, many light years away, but we're here. We want to be brothers and friends with you, and we have a way of showing you and introducing you into a new way of being, a new way of living, and a new way of touching God. We can introduce you to a new universe, not just here on earth."
Something fundamentally
different. And so they said, geez, it's unbelievable. This is just incredible. This is fabulous. And so what happens is that the show goes along and he convinces everybody. He says, I want to take some of you back with us to show what a wonderful opportunity this is to become one with nature and the universe. So they all start lining up outside the rocket ship. They fall for it.
This is great.
And then the woman scientist now is looking there. They cut away from the people, taking their tickets, loaded up on the spaceship, and the two in the space alien, they're going to first seat to the left on the window, and all these people are lining up and going into the spaceship. You cut back to the science lab, and she's going through this with a couple other people through the book, and they're deciphering it. And then she says, "Oh my God!" and she runs out of frame. Now you cut back to the tarmac, and people are marching up, and Brad, the dope. the dope scientist who believed everything that was told him, says, Betty, over here, come on, join us. And she runs up to the fence, pushes her face up against the fence and says, Brad, don't get on the ship. Don't get on the ship. He says, no, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Betty, please join me. Join us. Be part of us. And she says, Brad, the book, To Serve Man. It's a cookbook.
That's it.
It's a cookbook.
That's it.
And that's what fundamentally, systematically changing America is, folks.
It's a cookbook.
It's not the universe. It's not universal friendship. It's not health care for everybody. It's a friggin' cookbook. You dumbbells, you jackasses, and all the Republican Party has to do is stand up and tell America, the last 3.5 years, if you don't know that, if you smell something burning, it's you. It's you, because what you've been doing is you jumped into the pot based on the fact that this guy, you thought this guy was a leader. Hell, he's a chef, and a bad one at that.
Fred Dryer program on CRN, straight ahead.